specialty soap with coconut milk. You see that? That's all the fat and everything. It is fully dissolved in with the lye to make a lye solution for my cold processed soap. And all those little white pieces, that is the fat from the coconut milk. It is not burnt, it is happy, and it will be perfect for my soap. All of my oils are melting. The only solids that I have in here is coconut oil and lard, which both help in the hardening of the soap bar as well as the moisturizing abilities. I'm just waiting for the big chunks to fully melt and become one liquid with my castor and sweet almond oil. I do not have a silicone insert for this mold, so I just line with parchment paper, and right here I taped it up. As you can see, I have added tape along the edges here just because I know for a fact I will be going up to that point. I also tape the edges as well just to make sure I have a more slick, even surface area along the edges of my soap block. This right here is what I'm using to fragrance my soap. It is Oatmeal Milk and Honey, which goes with the theme here. So I will be separating some of the soap into this bowl here. Right now, I already have my mica mixed up with the leftover oils because I measured in this bowl, so I didn't waste anything. I've also got my colloidal oatmeal here, which is basically oatmeal flour. This will be added. It's going to be great for exfoliation. Also, it's oatmeal milk and honey soap, so that makes sense, right? And then I have my fragrance oil measured out and ready to rock and roll right here. It's about 5.5 ounces for the recipe that I'm using today. And then I will be measuring with my heart when it comes to my honey. I got this at Sam's. It was the cheaper honey. I didn't want to use something expensive just because it's going to be going into the soap. So it's not like I'm actually eating it. I got this guy was like $5 less than the same size container, which we eat. So I just figured that would be great. I will be adding about 1/4 cup of honey during trace, as well as my oatmeal flour here and my fragrance oil. Because my soap is oatmeal milk and honey, I actually cut strips of bubble wrap and I press this in on the top to give a honeycomb effect, and it turns out so freaking cute. And then after it's done cooling and everything, I pull it off. At first, I do spray with isopropylene alcohol to help reduce the chances of soda ash, but after you spray and set this in, you can leave it in until it's ready to pull off after it's done drying out and ready to be cut. I also am going to be using another mica. It's a more sparkly gold, and I'm going to be sifting it on top. So the part that is going to be covered in this here is not going to have the gold, but it's going to have the impression, and then the regular part on top is just going to have the gold on top. You'll see. It's going to turn out super cute. I'm very excited. So these are the two colors that I am using from Mad Mica. This is the Metallica. It is going to be going in the soap bar, whereas this gold here, which is Sparkle Sunshine, is going to be sprinkled on top. My oils are almost completely dissolved. So to help them along, I am going to squish these larger pieces along the edges of this pot. It's still kind of warm. It's pretty warm down here. It's like 120 degrees. So it's going to melt. It's just I'm going to try and speed up this process. Just trying to like mix it in and get it to completely dissolve, which it's already almost completely dissolved. What's left is the lard, which is funny. You'd think that it would be coconut oil, but this is actually chunks of lard And you can tell because whenever you like smush it up against the edge, it's super soft. So right now we're at 127, and I want this to be about 110 to 115, just because my lye solution's at 103 right now, which I'll show you once it beeps. I'm doing my lye solution real quick. 103 is what my lye solution's at. So I am going to attempt to get these oils and lye solution down to about 100 degrees before I mix them, because we are adding honey, and honey likes to accelerate, trace, and sometimes it tries to caramelize. So we're going to try and prevent that because we're adding sugar to such a hot mixture. Yeah, so we'll see how this turns out. Okay, we're at 109 and 96, 97. So I feel like that is a good time to mix. Let's go on ahead and put in our lye solution. It's a little bit chunky, very slowly, okay? Again, the chunk is because of the milk. Scrape down the edges, get all the good stuff out of here. Can't really see that. All you see is this big red blob, but that's okay. And then I immediately add soap and water into my sink with my super lye solution, and I let it soak. From here on, I'm going to be pouring part of this into this other container. There's that. Give her a pretty good mix, getting that mica mixed in there. Oh yeah, perfect. Now I've got both these guys that I have to still kind of deal with. I'm going to now, which I'm terrified of because I know what's going to happen, I'm about to add some honey. So here we go. Getting that nice and mixed together. Very small amounts at a time. Incorporating it. It's about a fourth cup, I would say. Maybe a little less. Now I'm going to add my colloidal oats and just kind of gradually mix those guys in. Get kind of clumpy. So we got that. And then this guy's staying pretty good and liquidy still. I might add more honey. ahead and just, yeah, oh yeah, there she blows. Put that honey in there. Okay. It's all mixed up. Now I'm going to add my fragrance oil. I'm going to pour most of it into the white and then save this little bit for this guy right here. I went ahead and mix both. Attempt to at the same time. Oh my gosh, it's smelling so good. All right, so my white is done. She looks beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a good mix. I have a high amount of water in this soap recipe. That way it gives me more of a chance to get my swirls in. Also, the lower temperature helps keep it more liquidy as well. So he's beautiful. Don't know if you can see that, but that's perfect. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-swirl. So I'm gonna pour this into this big guy right here, and then I'm gonna pour all of it into my big mold. So this should be really fun to watch, actually. So I'm swirling it, and it's not gonna mix. Like, that is not the plan, for it to fully mix. Okay, and then I'm silly and I dumped my guy in here. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Let's get all this good stuff out of here. That way I only have one pot to really worry about. And I'm decorating the top differently, so I don't need any of this extra stuff. Okay, now that it's all in here, we are going to pour this into the large mold. Alrighty, here is my soap pour into my big mold. Wow. This is so pretty. Oh, this is gonna look so good when it's all gelled out. Oh my gosh. Get all that out of there. Oh, you beautiful thing, you. The best possible outcome is happening right now, and I could not be more happy. So I literally take a hanger and then I swirl my soap around. So here we go. Nice old, oof, geez, wire hanger. Yeah, beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys. She's really pretty and she smells so good. Okie doke. Now, we slap it. Okay, we don't want any air bubbles or anything. And now, we spritz with the isopropylene alcohol. Gorgeous. And I'm going to lay my bubble wrap. This is the easiest way to get a super cute impression on your soap. Without having anything fancy to do so. I mean, bubble wrap makes the best honeycomb impression. Yeah. All these little cute little bubbles. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. Like, this looks so good already. Oops. Oh, my last one. Honestly, I don't even know if I have room for it. We can try doing the edge like this. Okay, there we go. I'm getting the edge. Oh yeah. Okay, and here's the gold, as I said. I'm literally just gonna tap it along the open edges that didn't get anything. I'm obsessed with sparkle. Okay, beautiful. And then after I get all of my mica on my soap, all my toppings, I then take the isopropylene alcohol, and this helps to disperse it and gets it to like stay where you want it to stay. And it makes a big old mess. That was literally the best possible outcome with this recipe for how that turned out. Let me tell you, I have had soap accelerate so fast, like you can barely even get it into the mold. You have to like spoon it in and it's just a huge mess. But this recipe that I just used and made myself, it is smooth sailing. Everything that I added did not accelerate a damn thing. And we're about to have a beautiful soap. So y'all stick around for the reveal of this gorgeous oatmeal milk and honey soap. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and we'll catch y'all later.